happy Saturday to all of you happy, lovely folks out there today. Here it's not so bright and sunny. Here it's dark, dingy, dreary. Looks like it's going to rain most of the day. It's in its 40s right now, according to my little thermometer hickey jigger I got hanging up here on my desk. I was kind of hoping it'd warm up to about, I don't know, maybe in the 50s today. That'd be nice. Seeing as how it's February, I know it's just the beginning of February, but still, it could start warming up. Won't hurt my feelings none. Looking forward to some warmer weather, summertime. Hate wintertime. Of course, most of you all that know me know that. I did go ahead and make a new Twitter. I'll put it in the, I'll put the link to it in the description down below. For you if you want to go check that out, which mainly right now it's just a mirror for my videos. That's all I've got on there right now. But anyway, if you're watching this from Twitter, hello all of my Twitter people that are just starting to watch. I appreciate you. And all my YouTube people, I appreciate you, and of course my Facebook buddies. I love every one of y'all and appreciate all you too. Yesterday, on my video, my voice got really crackly and all that stuff, and I kind of thought, well, I'll get me some water and, drink a little bit of it. Maybe my voice won't get so crackly, and I don't know why it's doing it, because I'm almost over that cold that I had. I still cough some, but not as bad. So, anyway, what I want to talk about today for just a few minutes is a difference of opinion. My difference of opinion with other people, the state mostly. To define it a little bit, to a little finer point, the 911 address people that make the 911 addresses, and assign them and all that stuff. Now, I have lived in this area my entire life except for, I don't know, out of my 52 years, maybe 5 years out of my 52 years, I have not lived in this area. And when they first came through here a few years back and they did the 911 address deals, back before then, people just knew it as, the name of the hollers. And yes, I said hollers. Because us folks here in the Appalachian Mountains, we don't call them hollows. We call them hollers. That's just what we do. But what my difference of opinion is with the 911 folks, which I've not really talked to them or anything. It's, not that important. But I just wanted to talk about it today and see what you guys thought about it. Especially, you guys that live around here and know the area that I'm talking about. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this image up here, and I've got different colored arrows pointing at different sections. And the arrows, I'm going to tell you what I believe, and most everybody else that lives around here believes, are what it should be called, instead of what the 911 people call it. Okay? Now, here we go. Now, if you'll notice, the 911 people, whoever they are, decided that the road that starts with the first red arrow there on the left-hand side, it goes all the way up to the last yellow arrow on the right-hand side. They say that is Straight Hollow Road. Okay? Well, first off, they said hollow, and that's wrong. But anyway, the way it should be is from the first red arrow on the left to the next red arrow on the right. That is straight road. Why they call it straight, I don't know. I've never known. I've never understood it. But I will tell you that it is a slight downcline from the time you get from the first red arrow on the right to the last red arrow on the left. It's a downhill slope, and it's great to ride on a bicycle, especially if there are no cars coming up through there. Had a ball. So anyway, between the two red arrows is straight road. All right. Now, between the two green arrows you see there, starting at the corner there at the second red arrow, going all the way up around the big curve there at the next green arrow, that portion of the road is called Pigeon Hill. Now, why it's called Pigeon Hill, again, I don't know, unless at some point in time there used to be pigeons everywhere up here. I don't know. Maybe some of the older folks know why it's called Pigeon Hill. I'd asked my mom and all of my uncles and stuff, why is it called Pigeon Hill? Well, they didn't know, so I just quit asking and went for it. Excuse me. Now, between the two yellow arrows, where the first yellow arrow on the left hand side is to where the second yellow arrow is, that is straight holler. Okay, that's where the first yellow arrow is where straight holler starts. It's just right around the curve there. As soon as you get around that curve, that's where Pigeon Hill ends and straight holler begins. And it goes all the way up and around there to that last yellow arrow. And trust me, it may look like it on this map, but there's not a straight stretch anywhere on that road. Why they call it straight, I don't know. I mean, as you can plainly tell, it's almost as crooked as a dog's hind leg. Okay? But the 911 people figured, well, from the first red arrow to the last yellow arrow, well, we're just going to call we're just going to call it Straight Hollow Road. Well, again, it's not hollow, it's holler. If you're from the Appalachian Mountains and you're a hillbilly like myself. So, now that I've got that straightened out there and showed you, I would like your opinion on it, especially if you grew up in this area. And you've lived here, you lived here before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm also going to use that map, later, excuse me, in another video for something else, another topic that I have that kind of bring back memory, because after the last video I did, the newsy-like thing, I really didn't like that, so I kind of figured I'd do these videos kind of like a memory video like thing, like stuff that happened when I was growing up, not just to me, but other people, and things that happened in the areas and around here when I was growing up. I think that's what I'm going to do. And well, not just in this area, but important things and things that were important to me and to my friends and stuff. We was growing up and back in the day. And now my back in the day is from the late 60s through the 70s. Now that's back in the day. The 80s, starting in the 80s, was my decade. That was our decade. I mean, it was the best ever decade in the history of decades. It had the best music, I'm talking hair, clothes, everything. It was awesome. I wouldn't mind going back to the 80s and reliving it again. But I need to be that young again, not the age I am now. So, anyway, that's kind of, I think that's kind of the direction I'm going to go with the videos from now on. And I am going to try to keep them, shorter than 15 minutes, because I know you get tired of listening to me. But that is why, or that is not why, that's what I wanted to talk about today, was my difference of opinion with the state of Virginia's 911 people that name roads for all this stuff. Excuse me, again. But the way what I showed you there, that is correct. That's the correct names for that one particular road is, yes, it might be 608. That one continuous road might be 608, but it is 3 different sections of road. Okay. Trust me. It's 3 different sections. Actually, it's 4 different sections. I just didn't mention the other part, which I'm going to in the next video that I talk about with this map, or a map similar to this one. But anyway, that is what I wanted to talk about today. I do hope that you all have a wonderful Saturday. I'm going to try to, if I can, I'm not sure yet, but I don't know if many of you all listen to the WXBQ Saturday night all request and dedication show. But I'm going to, try to listen to it again tonight if I can. And usually I call in, especially if Mark Tragler is hosting, because he's just the coolest, absolute coolest dude ever. I've not talked to him personally, not face to face or anything like that, but he's just absolute the coolest. He's awesome. So if you listen to the WXBQ show on Saturday night, and if Tragler is hosting it, you might hear me requesting a song tonight. I don't know. It just depends. We'll see how that goes. So, but anyway, until then, or until the next time I see you, or you see, I don't know why I keep saying I see you, because I obviously can't see you. I see the camera looking at me. So, forgive me for that. Until the next time you see me, I think that's a little bit better. I hope you all have a great weekend, have a great, safe, happy weekend, and hope everything goes great for you. I hope it goes just the way you want it to. I love you, and nothing goes wrong. I will catch every one of you on the flip side. See you around.